Hi, it's Yvonne. Welcome back. Hey, here's another fun, quick gift idea. These are little zipper pouches that go on your keychain. How many people do you know that carry their earbuds around with them? This pouch is big enough for the earbuds and the little charging port. It would be great if you want to just carry a credit card or a couple dollars with you and not take your whole wallet. Driver's license will fit in there and it'll hook right to your keychain. So these are just really fun, super easy to make. We're going to play with zippers. Don't be intimidated. Zippers are easy. Well, I won't say easy. Zippers are very simple once you get the technique. So we're going to learn how to do zippers on this. We're going to have lots of fun. So let's head over to the sewing table and make this one. Okay, for this project, we are going to need 4 charm squares. These are from the Urban Liberty collection. We're going to need a 5th one that we're going to use 2 by 5 inches of, a 6-inch zipper, and whatever template you want to use. I use my incredible template here, just an old CD that fits right into a charm square. So a CD is my favorite template to use with charm squares. And I just think it's fun that I use the incredible one. Anyway, I'm easily amused. All right, so I'm going to stack all 4 of my charm squares, and I'm going to use my template and just draw a line all the way around. I don't try and use a rotary cutter because to cut a circle with a rotary cutter, you need one of the really little ones. And I think I gave mine away because I can't find it. And I just find it hard to cut a circle with a rotary cutter. Since this is small, there's not that many of them. And you can take and just pin them together. One pin will hold them. And just cut them out. Just like that. And it doesn't take very long with a good sharp pair of shears to cut all 4 of them. Eventually, I will be using pinking shears on these. I could use it now, but I like a flat edge when I'm sewing. I can, I tend to not enjoy the pinked edges of things, and my pinking shears leave a much bigger zigzag than that, so I didn't want to use it. So there's my 4 circles. So now I'm going to have to decide. I need 4 pieces. I need a back, and I'm going to use the red for the back because my zipper is red and I want it to contrast in the front. I'm going to use a blue, a yellow, and a green. And I think what I'm going to do is use this for the back and this for the inside. So I'm going to just set these 2 aside for now, and we'll come back to those. Now with these, we are going to make the front with these. So I have a decision to make here. Do I want my front to be on the diagonal like that? Or do I want it to be square like that? Do I want to do one of each? No, I don't think I want to do one of each. I don't like that. But I do like the look of this. So I'm going to go with diagonals because I have a plaid. So just play with whatever print you have and decide how you want it. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so what we're going to start with is putting on a zipper foot. Your zipper foot is going to look something like this. Just a little narrow foot right there. And it has an indent on each side. Some of them are wider, but my machine has this little narrow one. So I'm going to put on my zipper foot. There we go. Oh, I need to rethread my machine. I had on green thread. Now I need white, because I figure with the white background in all of these, I can use white thread all around. So I'm going to do a quick rethread of my machine. I love how easily my machine threads and that I have a needle threader. Okay, there we go. So we are set. I'm going to set my machine to zipper foot. If I can find it, there it is, zipper. And right there. Okay, so with this, oh, I got the wrong one here. Let's go back. Back. I want just a regular zipper. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave our zipper together for now. Zoom back out. Okay, we're going to leave our zipper together because I don't want to fight with the pole right now. So I'm going to take my first fabric and just put it down on the zipper with the fabric touching the teeth, and I'm going to just sew right along it. Actually, I've got it on, so it's going to sew this side first. And because my zipper is longer than what I need, I'm not going to hit the button on the end or the top, and so it makes it a very simple zipper insert. You're just going to run the edge of that foot right along your teeth and do a nice narrow seam for your zipper. We have our zipper halfway put on already. Now I could have probably gotten a little bit closer, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because this is just a cute little bag and I have no raw edges underneath. So nothing's going to pop out here in my seam. Okay, then I need to jump it over, get it jumped over some more. I'll get it all the way over. Sorry about that. My machine is being goofy. Okay, got it jumped all the way over to this side. Now I'm going to put this one on, and I'm going to line up the top and bottom of my circle here and against the zipper teeth. So I have my circle folded in half. You can give it a press. That makes it a little easier to deal with. See, now it's a nice flat surface, and you can put it right up against those zipper teeth and give a nice tight little sew right along the edge. They're lined up here, they're lined up there. Well, they were until I pulled it. Now they are again. And we're going to just go right down the edge of that zipper. So don't let zippers scare you, especially in crafts like this. Putting a zipper in a wedding dress is a little more stressful than this, but look how easy that was. You have your zipper in, just like that. Okay, no raw edges anywhere, just a nice straight zipper. Okay, now we have a little extra zipper. I'm not going to cut it off yet, but what I am going to do is I'm going to sew these together right here, just so that it stays snug. I don't want them to be flopping open, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the zipper now, and if I hadn't sewn that, it would have come all the way apart. So now it kind of stays together for me. I'm going to put the zipper pull kind of right in the middle so that I'll be able to use it later to open things up. Okay, so now I have my inside and my outside. We're not quite ready to do that. We're going to take this foot back off. Missed one step. Take that foot back off. Put on my 1/4 inch foot. And we're going to address this 2-inch piece. We're going to fold it in half and press it. And then fold that in and that into the press center and fold it again. We're just making like a little belt loop, just a little loop for our key ring. Okay, and then we're going to sew close to both edges, like 1/8 of an inch away of each edge. Just top stitch it down. to give it some stability. Because there's no stuffing or batting or anything in it, it's not the heaviest, but it's not going to have that much pull on it. So as long as you have 2 rows of stitching, it's going to be very, very useful. It won't be a problem. Okay. And trim off my threads just so I don't have to fight them later. Okay. All right. Now, I made a mistake on my sample one. See my sample? Look at where I put my hoop. It's got my zipper going down, which is no big deal, but wouldn't it be better if it was up here? So, holding your fabric with the zipper in the middle, you're going to want to put it either here or here. And I just folded it in half. Fold it in half like that. And you could put it on the end of the zipper if you wanted. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to just fold it flat in half. If you want, you can flip one over so it has this little loop. But I want mine streamlined, so I'm going to just fold it in half like that. And I'm going to put it right there and clip it on for a moment. Okay. Now I'm going to take these 2 pieces, and this is going to be my back. So I want that one down first so that when I turn it, that's the one that is going to be on the outside, right? And then this one, I want to show on the inside. Okay, right here. So I want it to be wrong sides together with this one. Okay, so I've got both of those wrong sides together. Clip them again right there. Notice that your the ones that you did put your zipper on just a little bit bigger. Okay, we're going to trim it down here in a little bit. Okay, put it on. And now I'm going to use this top one as my guide to sew my seam. Well, I don't have that one quite ready yet. Let me pull it over so it's even with the red one. There we go. I want to use that one so I'm sure to get a good 1/4 of an inch in all the way around. See, so my big one is kind of sticking out a little bit on the outside there because I'm using this green one as my guide. And I'm just going to sew all the way around at a 1/4 of an inch. Now when you get to your zipper, you just go slow. They're designed to be sewed over. It's not going to hurt anything. And keep going. You do have to be a little bit careful when you're doing a curve that things don't pucker, but you can do it. Just take it one little bit at a time. When you start seeing it pulling up a little bit, stop, readjust, and go again. Okay, now I have to watch here because this is coming apart. So I need to make sure that it's pulled all the way together as I get to it. So in order to make sure that happens, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to actually cut my thread and do this so that you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and I'm going to pin it. Come here. I'm going to pull it together. Come on, stay right there. And pin it here so it doesn't have the opportunity to move anywhere. Let me grab another pin. These are my really big pins. And pin it where it just can't move apart right there. See that? Now, if you want to make sure that you're very, very careful and don't get a problem, flip this over and sew it from this side if you need to. But I think I've got it pinned tight enough. Looks like I'm going to have a little bit of fullness right there, so I'm going to readjust that. Get a little bit of fullness out. Now, the reason I'm getting fullness is because I'm sewing with my 1/4 inch guide foot on, which is goofy. Okay, now as I'm to the zipper here, again, I'm going to push them together, make sure that they're together. There we go. And then straight on till morning. Right over. Okay, I'm at the loop now, so I'm going to go across it. I'm going to back stitch, make sure it's good and anchored, and come all the way back around to where we started. Okay, hopefully I'm fairly round. I see I have a little bit of a squared spot here. You see right here where I've kind of squared out? So I'll go back in and fix that, make it a little smoother round. There we go. Going over that zipper, you tend to lose your smoothness a little bit. Okay, yep, that's better. All right, now I'm going to take out my trusty pinking shears, and I'm just going to clean this whole thing up because we're not going to finish this inside edge. Okay, so you're going to have to go over your little tab with your regular shears. Your pinkers are probably not going to want to play nice with that. And then just pink all the way around so that you don't have any fraying on the inside of your zipper pouch. I love these. I have one on my keyring for my earpods because otherwise I lose my earpods pretty easily. There we go. If you don't have pinking shears, you could always zigzag around this. After you've sewn your flat seam, you could go through and zigzag it. Now, before you cut this right here, make sure your zipper pulls in the middle. I didn't, and I cut it right off. I had to get my zipper pull back on. It was not fun. So make sure you've got everything there. Clean up my mess. Now, my my zipper is halfway open, so I can reach in. Oh, let me get you. I got to get back out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I can get my fingers in there and push the zipper the rest of the way down and then just flip it right side out. Now, if you needed it to be a little more sturdy, you could put a thin layer of stabilizer in between your back and your liner. But I think it's fine just the way it is. And now when I zip it back up, there I have my zipper or my handle up at the top, my zipper down the middle. I'm not even going to top stitch it. You certainly could, but I want it to have a little bit of see how it doesn't lay completely flat? I want a little bit of fullness so that it will open up and hold my stuff really, really well. I'm just going to press it out a little bit. And there you go. You have a earbuds, a jump drive, whatever else little zipper pouch you wanted. I think somewhere in my drawer here, I have a key. Yep, there it is. I have a key ring. If I can get it out. Yep, a little key ring that I can put on it. If you want to use a lanyard clip or something like that, you need to make sure you get that on before you sew it into the system. But there you go. If this is too long, make yours a little shorter. Make it your own. I love that. I think it is so cute. So, quick gifts. Now this also, I believe, I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's big enough to hold a gift card. So that would be a great little Christmas tree ornament. Make it out of some Christmas fabric, put a little gift card or a little gift inside and hang it on the tree. So happy sewing.